Do you want to be healthier, yet you just don't know what to do? All these shows telling you this and that, but nothing seems to work. Well, listen close. Golden State Media Concepts has got something great for you. The Health and Wellness Podcast dedicated to workout trends, healthy eating habits, diet, and everything about healthy living. Join us in our banters as we help you not just live life to the fullest, but live it to the healthiest.
Hey guys, and welcome to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Podcast Network. I'm your host, Cynthia, and happy Monday, everyone. I hope you all are having a very strong and productive or chill start to your week. And I hope you all had a fabulous 4th of July weekend, safe weekend, if you celebrated 4th of July. My family, we really didn't. Everything's still closed, and we didn't want to go to the river nearby here just because we knew there was going to be a whole bunch of people there. It's going to be crowded, and due to our circumstances, we're not supposed to be around other people, right? So we stayed home. It was a chill Saturday. We had a nice little barbecue in the backyard, just my parents, myself and my brother, and I had a juicy vegan burger, and I had a glass of wine, which I have not had a glass of wine in extremely long. But anyway, it was cool. It was fun. And that's basically it. Not much has changed in my life since last time I talked to you guys, besides just me working and trying to get acclimated to this new body clock, of waking up at the crack of dawn and going to bed when the sun is still up at 8 o'clock. So let's get into what we're here to talk about. I think it's a really important subject matter to discuss, and I know we have a lot of listeners that tune in to the GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast, and it's all about body image. And I know a lot of times we associate body image to only females suffering body image, which I think personally more women do experience body image issues, but I also know that there's a lot of men out there who do as well. So whether you're male, female, whatever, I think everybody can benefit from this conversation we're going to have today. And I think it's a really important conversation to address. We're going to be talking about how to raise your little ones, your kids, to have a healthy body image of themselves. We are constantly being fed images of what perfection is, of what beautiful is, of what pretty is, and especially with this age of Instagram, I can't even imagine how the younger generation must feel in regards to their looks and their appearance. That is one thing I'm actually so incredibly grateful for, is that Instagram didn't start to get poppin' until I was in college, my first year or so of college. Even when I was in high school, Instagram just started to come about. I actually made my Instagram at 15. So literally 10 years ago, I made my Instagram, but nobody was on there. You posted your coffee, you posted what you were eating. People use Instagram just for the filter. People weren't using Instagram to promote their brands. They weren't using Instagram to, post pictures of themselves in bikinis, which there's nothing wrong with that. But just Instagram back then when I was in high school is so different to what high schoolers are experiencing now through Instagram in their day and age. I definitely have noticed that young Instagrammers, in middle school, high school, they try to replicate the older women and men that they see on their cell phone screens, and that's why, like, I look at these high schoolers and middle schoolers like, y'all look a little too grown for me. Like, when I was a high schooler, I look like a high schooler. When I was 15, I look like I was 15. I didn't know anything about contour. I didn't know anything about makeup. I didn't know anything about wearing hair extensions, wigs. I didn't know anything about wearing a crop top with high-waisted shorts. I mean, mind you, also fashion and all that has changed from 10 years ago to now. I understand that. And there's nothing wrong with wearing makeup or wigs, extensions. I mean, I wear extensions and all that. But I'm just saying from a 12-year-old, 15-year-old perspective, like I can understand why and how many young folks would have a negative body image and very low self-esteem. We log onto social media and we're constantly being fed images and ads of these so-called beautiful looking people, and our society idolizes people like the Kardashians, and it's really hard to live up to those standards and those expectations. So there's a lot of things. I definitely believe that social media has fueled body image issues and low self-esteem issues. And even myself, if you can catch me on a bad day scrolling through Instagram, I will legit be depressed and cry because I feel so ugly. Like, even myself, I'm 25 and I still go through those weird little phases where I'm like, wow, like, I really hate myself. Like, I really am disgusting. And that's really not the case. It's just, we all go through it. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the message I'm trying to get across. But I know there's a lot of folks who go through it a little bit worse and, go through body dysmorphia issues and a whole bunch of stuff. So that's what we're going to be diving into today's episode. Again, I think it's a really important matter to discuss. If you have, children, relay this message. I'm going to be sharing with you guys, steps to positive body image, steps that you can teach your kids. So a lot of a lot of very important information will be shared on today's podcast. So definitely stay tuned from beginning to end. And, I just want to first talk about, what even is body image? What does that term even mean? And I think that a healthy body image means you feel comfortable in your body and you feel good about the way you look. Doesn't matter if you are 80 pounds, 180 pounds, 280 pounds. If you feel good and you're comfortable and you're confident, then that's a healthy body image. A healthy body image isn't a cookie cutter type of deal telling you need to be, 5'2" with the small waist, big butt, this, all of these measurements. That is not what the healthy body image is. Healthy body image is just whatever size you are, you feel your absolute most comfortable in, you feel your absolute most beautiful in your skin. That includes what you think and feel about your appearance and how you judge your own self-worth. And a negative body image can put you at higher risk of certain mental health conditions such as eating disorders and depression. And ooh, girl, let me tell you, I've been there. It's not fun. I know so many girls my age, especially in our high school years, we went through things like that. Like, I remember I literally, oh my God, my body dysmorphia was so real in high school. It's actually crazy. Back then in high school, I literally thought I was like the freaking hippopotamus, dude. I thought I was so big. And I look back at pictures and I was an actual twig, you guys. I was 5 feet. I barely hit 100 pounds, like 100, 105. around there. And I thought I was so disgusting, so big. I thought I had so much fat on me. And I think a lot of it was also due to, body trends back then. And unfortunately, body trends are like fashion trends. They come in and out of style. So when I was in high school and growing up, the ideal body was to be like a Victoria's Secret model. So super slim, no hip, very thin. And that's not bad if that is your body shape now. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just talking about body trends. What was a desired look back then? Obviously now the desired look now is to be like hourglass, very small waist, big hips, thick thighs, all of that. And I didn't fit this image in high school. I always had bigger hips. I had a bigger butt as well. And I literally would get made fun of. I would get harassed by little nasty boys who would just slap my butt. There was a slap ASS Friday at my school, and they would always slap my behind. And back then I let it fly, but now that I'm older and I'm like, that is sexual harassment. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all that, but my point is that I thought I was so big, so disgusting, so huge, and I literally would starve myself. I would not eat. I would lie to my mom and said, I would come home from school and she made this delicious Mexican dish, and I would lie and say, I'm not hungry, I'm not hungry. I already ate at school, or I just got something to eat on my way here. When in reality, I didn't. I didn't eat, and I was starving, but I didn't want to eat because I thought that eating would make me fat. So body dysmorphia, body image issues are real, and I'm here to tell you guys that you are not alone if you're going through this right now. I've been through it. Many of us have been through it, and I just want to let you know that it's temporary and that there are ways to try to reverse these issues that you have within yourself, how you feel about yourself. There are tools and resources to help you, and we're going to discuss all of that here today. So I'm going to come to a very brief break right now, and when we come back, more on body image.
Are you looking to learn more about the latest trends from the fitness world? Are you confused by all of the different trends that are out there? The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place for you. The GSMC Fitness Podcast is the place to come for people of all skill and interest levels. Join us as we explore the latest trends in the fitness world. Does that new exercise really work? Should I try yoga? Whatever your question, chances are good you'll find an answer on the GSMC Fitness Podcast.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So before the break, I just became extremely vulnerable to you guys and opened up about my own poor and unhealthy eating habits due to my body dysmorphia and unhealthy body image, negative body image that I had back then in high school. So your body image is what you think and how you feel when you look in the mirror or when you picture yourself in your mind. This includes how you feel about your appearance, what you think about your body itself, such as your height and weight, and how you feel within your own skin. Body image also includes how you behave as a result of your thoughts and feelings. And you may have a positive or negative body image, but body image is not always related to your weight and size. So it's not just always what's the number on the scale or your actual size, if you're tall, if you're short, if you're somewhere in between. Women with a positive body image are more likely to have good physical and mental health, girls and women with negative thoughts and feelings about their bodies, they're more likely to develop certain mental health conditions. Like I mentioned in the previous segment, they're more susceptible to things such as eating disorders and depression. And researchers think that dissatisfaction with their bodies may be a part of the reason more women than men have depression. And this is true. More women do have body dysmorphia issues, body image issues more than men. That's not to say that men can't have them. Men can absolutely still have body image issues, but it's just more prominent against women. And I think it's just because we're, again, always put on this, pedestal. We're being fed images of what's the ideal, perfect woman. And obviously, all of us can attain that. A negative body image may also lead to low self-esteem, which can affect many areas of your life. You may not want to, be around other people, or you may obsess constantly about what you eat or how much you exercise. But you can take steps to develop a healthier body image. That's the good thing, is that this is not a forever chronic issue. You can fix this. We can fix this. There are tools and resources out there. There are health professionals out there to assist you in this journey to a healthier you, including a healthier body image. And I want to now kind of go through some frequently asked questions that doctors receive regarding, body image issues and mental health. So, first question is, are some people more likely to develop negative body image? And I kind of answered this already, but I'm going to answer it again for you guys. And the answer is yes. Which gender do you guys think? Well, I already kind of told you, so never mind. Don't answer that. But girls, women, are more likely than boys, men, to have a negative body image. This may be because many women in the United States feel pressure to measure up to strict and unrealistic social and cultural beauty ideals, which can lead to a negative body image. Absolutely. Okay. Again, negative body image doesn't just deal with your weight and your size. It can deal with even, people of color, Black people, and them trying to measure up to this unrealistic social and cultural beauty ideal, the Eurocentric beauty ideals. We all know this. This ain't a secret. We are constantly being shoved down Eurocentric beauty ideas every single day through beauty ads, through marketing, through everything. When it comes to diversity in a lot of companies, they use a model who may be Black or who may be a person of color, but they're very fair. They're light skinned. They're mixed. And that's not how all people of color, that's not how all Black people look like. And that's usually the image we're being fed of the beautiful, beautiful ethnic girl or the beautiful Black girl. And again, I hope you guys are catching the sarcasm in my tone. So don't think that, anyway. And because of these Eurocentric ideas that are being shoved into our communities, and specifically Black communities as well, we have things such as bleaching your skin becoming a thing. People bleach their skin to lighten it because they're trying to reach this unattainable image of a lighter complected person. So again, it doesn't just deal with weight and size, but it even deals with skin color, the color of your eyes, how you dress, how your hair is, the texture of your hair, everything. White girls and young women are slightly more likely to have a negative body image than African American or Hispanic girls and young women. However, cultural beauty ideals change over time, and it can be difficult to correctly measure a complicated idea like body image among women from different backgrounds. Children of parents who diet, who have a negative body image, are also more likely to develop unhealthy thoughts about their own bodies. And another frequently asked question is, why are women so focused on body image? And this is because in the United States, girls and women hear and see images about how they look from the first moments they are alive, literally, throughout much of their childhood and into, adulthood. Young girls and teens are more likely to be praised for how they look than for their thoughts or actions. And the media focuses on showing women who are thin, attractive, and young. Images of these women are often edited using computer technology. And as a result, girls and young women often try to reach beauty and body ideals that do not exist in the real world because we cannot Photoshop in real life. We Photoshop, we Facetune through a computer screen, through our apps, but you can't do that in real life. And that is why, we're so focused, because we're literally being told from birth, like, oh, she's so pretty. She has this. Oh my God, her eyes are this. So we're constantly being told this narrative that we are worthy. Our looks are more worthy than our thoughts and our actions and what we think. So past events and circumstances can also cause somebody to have negative body image, including, being teased or bullied as a child for how you looked. Absolutely. I have a story to tell you guys on that one when we come back. Being told you're ugly, too fat, too thin, or having other aspects of your appearance, being constantly criticized. Negative body images can also morph, seeing images or messages in the media that make you feel bad about how you look. Or, if you're underweight, overweight, or obese. Literally, I still to this day am extremely self-conscious and hate my nose. And a lot of people tell me, oh no, like your nose is not bad, yada, yada, yada. But it's like, but I don't like it. Like, I don't even like taking pictures from the side, like with my side profile showing, because I don't like how my nose looks. Like, I feel like when I smile, I have like a witch's nose. It like points down, and I don't have like that cute little slope in my nose. So that is definitely something that I have noticed, that I have just noticed in the mirror, and the images I see through social media, and the cute little button nose. That's like the term I always hear, is like, oh, a cute little button nose. That's something I've never been told, because I don't have a cute little button nose. So that's always been in the back of my mind. But anyway, you guys, I'm going to cut into a very brief break. And when we come back, more on body image and mental health.
Tired of searching the vast jungle of podcasts? Now listen close and hear this out. There's a podcast network that covers just about everything that you've been searching. Hey! The Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network is here. Nothing less than a podcast bliss with endless hours of podcast coverage. From news, sports, music, fashion, cooking, entertainment, fantasy, football, and so much more. So stop lurking around and go straight out to the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. Guaranteed to fill that podcast itch. Whatever it may be. Visit us at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and download us on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Google Play.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So right before the break, we started to talk about, what other things attribute to people developing a negative body image. And we said things, like being bullied or teased for how you looked, or being told you're to this, to that, or just being constantly being fed these images of perfection throughout the media. And in that list, in rare cases, people can have such a distorted view of their bodies that they have a mental health condition called body dysmorphic disorder. Body dysmorphia. I've mentioned it several times already in today's episode. So we'll just call it BDD. BDD is a serious illness in which a person is preoccupied with minor or imaginary physical flaws. And I swear, you guys, I'm not even trying to exaggerate or anything like that. I literally think I had body dysmorphic disorder in high school, because the things I would do because I thought I was fat is actually ridiculous, that I'm too embarrassed to even say on this podcast. So it's a real thing, you guys. And I think it's a very real thing for many young women, men as well. But anyway, women who have obesity are more likely to have a negative body image, but not all women who have obesity or overweight are dissatisfied with their bodies. Women with a healthy weight can also have a negative body image, although obesity can make a woman's negative body image more severe. Weight is not the only part of a person's body that determines body image. Self-esteem, past history, daily habits such as grooming, and the particular shape of your body all contribute to body image. Weight is an important part of body image, but it is not the only part. Women who are underweight due to a health condition like an eating disorder, cancer, or Crohn's disease may have a negative body image due to the effects of their condition. Women who have underweight or who are underweight without another health condition may also have negative body image if others comment negatively on their weight or express other negative attitudes. And this is true, you guys, like not just heavier folks, heavier folks don't like being told they're heavy, and skinny folks don't like being told they're skinny. So keep that same energy when you're approaching a very petite person, very thin person, because you never know what issues they may have in the background, if they already have negative body image issues, and you're just feeling more, fuel to the fire by saying you're so skinny, or like saying things like, do you eat? Aren't you going to eat? Or, things like that. Like, oh, you're just skin and bones. Like, that's very hurtful as well. So just be very kind to others. Like, don't comment on anyone's weight, period. If they're overweight, underweight, look healthy, just don't comment on people's weight. I don't understand why people have, comment on people's weight. I don't know. Like I said, weight is not the only part of a person's body that determines body image. We talked about daily habits such as grooming yourself when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and things like that. Research shows that if you have, if you're overweight or obese, your body image may improve if you participate in a weight loss program, even if you don't lose as much weight as you hoped. The weight loss program should include a focus on healthy eating and physical activity. If you are underweight and have a negative body image, you can work with your doctor or nurse to gain weight in a healthy way and treat any other health problems you have. If you are eating healthy and getting enough exercise, your weight may matter less in your body image. The more you practice thinking positive thoughts about yourself and the fewer negative thoughts you have about your body, the better you'll feel about who you are and how you look. And this is very true, you guys. Like, your thoughts how you talk to yourself every day literally will reflect in your reality. Your thoughts turn into reality. So if you are not treating yourself kindly, if you are not talking to yourself kindly, then in your reality, your actions will not be kind to yourself. Thoughts are powerful, you guys. Thoughts literally develop, curate your reality. While very few people are 100% positive about every single aspect of their body, it can help to focus on the things you do like. For instance, for me, like, I don't like my nose. I already said that, right? I don't like my nose, but I am a fan of my eyebrows. I think I have really nice eyebrows. And my lashes. I think I have really nice, thick, dark lashes. So that also will help with body dysmorphia. Focus on things that you do like about yourself, not just nitpicking and picking yourself apart. Also, most people realize as they get older that how you look is only one part of who you are. Working on accepting how you look is healthier than constantly working to change how you look. Right? So, and there's nothing wrong if you do want to change something. Like, let's just nip it in the butt. If you want to have cosmetic surgery, plastic surgery, as long as you're doing it for you and not for anybody else, go for it. If it's going to make you feel more confident, go for it. Like, I'm very pro cosmetic surgery. Is that even a thing? I'm very pro fixing things that you're not comfortable with, that if you fix it, it's going to just make you, a happier person, a more confident person, and that you're doing it for the right reason. You're not getting something done, getting something fixed because you're trying to please somebody else, or you're trying to, you feel me? Literally the only good reason is that you're doing it for yourself, period, and nobody else. And just make sure that it's safe. Really do your research. Don't rush into getting a procedure done. Do your research. Look up the clinic, look up the doctor, look at reviews, all of that. So as long as it's safe and you're doing it for you, I'm all for it. Next, frequently asked question that I think a lot of my parents are going to really want to tighten up and listen up. How can I help my kids have a healthy body image? Your body image plays a role in how your kids see themselves. Parents, your own body image plays a role in how your kids see themselves. Studies show that daughters are twice as likely to have ideas about dieting when their mothers diet. If you want to lose weight to get healthy, pay attention to the language that you use with your kids, you guys. Rather than talking about dieting, explain that you're eating healthy foods. Like together with your family, cook healthy meals, order healthy meals at restaurants, and get more physical activity. So teach your children about smart food choices and help them develop healthy eating and exercise habits. But it all starts with language. You're not going to be like, oh, I'm so ugly and fat, that's why I'm eating this banana. No. You'll be like, I'm eating this banana because I love myself. I deserve to live in a happy body and a healthy body. And that's why I'm going to eat this banana instead of a cookie. Boom. Okay. So language is key, you guys, especially around kids. Other ways you can help your children develop healthy body images is by making sure your children understand that weight gain and growth are normal parts of development, especially during puberty, okay? Completely normal for weight to be fluctuating up and down. Again, not make negative statements about food, weight, and body size and shape. Whether it be your own or your children's or anybody else's, don't make negative statements about food, weight, and body size around your kids. Also, you can allow your children to make decisions about food while making sure that plenty of healthy and nutritious meals and snacks are available. You can also compliment your children more on their efforts talent and accomplishments and personal values and less on their looks. So instead of saying, you have such pretty hair, pretty eyes, you could be like, you are so talented. You are such a hard worker. You are amazing. Hype them up in different ways, you feel me? Not just on looks. It's not bad if you hype your child on looks. So you can definitely say, you're so cute, you're so that. But just make sure you're also complimenting them on their efforts, their accomplishments, personal values, things like that. So you guys, very brief break right now. When we come back, more on how you can help your kids have and create a healthy body image.
The GSMC Life and Happiness podcast takes you on a journey of exploration. We'll discuss tried and true methods alongside the latest trends of how to best live your life to its fullest and happiest. From psychology to meditation, science to self-help books, the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast will help you to discover what makes you happy and how you can live life being the best you possible. Download the GSMC Life and Happiness podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
What's up, you guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. So right before the break, we started to dive into ways, strategies in which parents can help their kids develop a healthy body image, which I think is so vital, especially, like I said, in the day and age of technology and social media. You don't know what your kid's looking at and what images they're being fed. So it's really important to, do these tactics at home to ensure that your child grows up with a healthy body image. So we last left off with complimenting your child on their personal values, their efforts, their talents. So saying things like, you are such a good listener, or things like that. Also really important, since I mentioned that we are in the day and age of technology, another way to help your child develop healthy body image is to limit screen time. Yes, take the iPad away, okay? In addition to getting less exercise, kids who watch TV shows or movies or, play online games, they often see unrealistic female bodies. And so talk with your kids about the media images you see and say, these are edited. This is not real life. You don't need to look like this. You don't need to aim to look like this. You are perfect the way you are. Boom. You can also encourage your children's school to create policies against bullying, which I think it's another very important thing that schools teach children about bullying and to not do it, basically. Also, talk to your children often and show them that you're always there to listen. Things now that you may be teaching your kids harmful habits. If you often complain about your weight or your body shape, or you often try new miracle diets, or you tell your kids they would be more attractive if they lost weight. First of all, I'm going to be straight up here. That's hella messed up if you tell your child you'd be more attractive if you lost a couple pounds, if you lost more weight. That's mean. That is so mean. I'm sorry. That is mean. Period. Yes, many things can trigger weight concerns for girls or boys and affect their eating habits in potentially healthy ways, such as having mothers who are very worried about their own weight. Also mothers who are very worried about the kids' weight and looks, natural weight gain and other body changes during puberty, peer pressure to look a certain way, struggles with self-esteem, media images showing the ideal body, female body as thin. Many teenage girls of average weight think they are overweight and are not satisfied with their bodies, aka this was me 100%. Having extreme weight concerns and acting on those concerns can harm girls' social, physical, and emotional growth. Skipping meals or taking diet pills can lead to poor nutrition and difficulty learning. For some teens, extreme efforts to lose weight can lead to eating disorders such as anorexia or bulimia. For others, the pressure to be thin can lead to binge eating disorder, overeating that is followed by extreme guilt. Girls are also more likely than boys to risk their health by trying to lose weight in unhealthy ways, such as smoking cigarettes, okay? I heard that smoking cigarettes makes you less hungry. It decreases your appetite. And as a result, you don't eat. And as a result, you'll lose weight, right? That's people's logic. That used to be my own logic. But that's not the case, okay? You actually tend to gain, newsflash, you actually tend to gain a little bit more weight when you are, you're actually gaining more weight by starving yourself and not eating because your body is retaining more water weight, which makes you more bloated. This is something I had to learn the hard way because, like I said, when I was younger, I literally used to starve myself because I thought eating would make me fat because my logic was less calories, then I'll lose weight, but that's not the case. Anyway, we're moving on into some steps, 10 steps to developing a more positive body image. So, just a disclaimer. One list cannot automatically tell you how to turn negative body thoughts into positive body image, but it can introduce you to healthier ways of looking at yourself and your body. The more you practice these new thought patterns, the better you will feel about who you are and the body you naturally have. So the first one is appreciate all that your body can do. Every day, your body carries you closer to your dreams. Celebrate all the amazing things your body does for you, such as running, dancing, breathing, laughing, dreaming, walking up the stairs. Literally just appreciate your body that allows you to move freely. 2, keep a top 10 list of things you like about yourself. Okay, and I know it's kind of like awkward, like, you know, what I don't know what I like about myself, but like really try to create a list of 10 things that you like about yourself. Things that aren't related to how much you weigh or what you look like. And read this list often and add to it as you become more aware of things to like about yourself. So try to limit the I like my green eyes. More about personal values and things of that nature. You get me? 3, remind yourself that true beauty is not simply skin deep. When you feel good about yourself and who you are, you carry yourself with a sense of confidence, self-acceptance, and openness that makes you beautiful. Beauty is a state of mind, not a state of your body. 4, look at yourself as a whole person. When you see yourself in a mirror in your mind, choose not to focus on specific body parts. See yourself as you want others to see you, as a whole person, okay? 5, surround yourself with positive people. It's easier to feel good about yourself and your body when you are around, others who are supportive and who recognize the importance of liking yourself just as you naturally are. 6, shut down these voices in your head that tell you your body's not right or that you're a bad person. You can overpower those negative thoughts with positive ones. The next time you start to tear yourself down, build yourself back up with a few quick affirmations that work for you. 7, wear clothes that are comfortable and that make you feel good about your body, and work with your body, not against it. 8, become a critical viewer of social and media messages. Pay attention, you guys, to images, slogans, or attitudes that make you feel bad about yourself or your body. Protect these images, write a letter to the advertiser, or talk back to the image or message. 9, do something nice for yourself. Something that lets your body know you appreciate it. Take a bubble bath. I actually did this yesterday and it felt amazing. You could take a bubble bath, make time for a nap, and find a peaceful place outside to relax, aka self-care day, okay? Take a self-care day. 10, use the time and energy that you might have spent worrying about food, calories, and your weight to do something to help others. Sometimes reaching out to other people can help you feel better about yourself and can make a positive change in the world. So you guys, those are the 10 steps to a healthier you, a more positive, healthier body image. And we're going to come to a very brief break right now. And when we come back, more on body image and mental health.
Are you tired of the same old news? Are you sick of the seemingly endless political spin and negativity? The GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast is a weekly news podcast covering all the top positive and uplifting news stories. We cover stories that will inspire, uplift, and remind you of the good in the world. Tune into the Golden State Media Concepts America Still Beautiful podcast to get all the great and positive news stories of today. Download the GSMC America Still Beautiful podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, or anywhere you find podcasts. Just type GSMC in the search bar.
Hey guys, and welcome back to GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. For this final segment, we're going to be discussing warning signs and symptoms of body dysmorphia, negative body image, and I think it's, again, really important to discuss these warning signs and symptoms. You never know if somebody in your family is dealing with this, and maybe some of these symptoms that I give to you guys will kind of click a light bulb for you and be like, wait, I know someone who's like this a little bit. So the chance for recovery increases the earlier an eating disorder or body dysmorphia, body image issues are detected. Therefore, it's important to be aware of some of the warning signs, of these issues. And again, another disclaimer. This isn't intended as a checklist. Someone struggling with body image issues, eating disorder issues, they generally won't have all of these signs and symptoms at once. And the warning signs vary across eating disorders and don't always fit into neat categories. Rather, these lists are intended as a general overview of the types of behaviors that may indicate a problem. So, emotional and behavioral common symptoms of an eating disorder. In general, behaviors and attitudes that indicate that weight loss dieting, and control of food are becoming primary concerns. Preoccupation with weight, food, calories, carbohydrates, fat grams, and dieting. Refusal to eat certain foods, progressing to restrictions against whole categories of food, such as like no carbs. Appears uncomfortable eating around others. Food rituals, they eat only a particular food or food group. Excessive chewing, doesn't allow food to touch. Skipping meals or taking small portions of food at regular meals. Any new practices with food or fad diets, including cutting out entire food groups. Withdrawal from usual friends and activities. Frequent dieting. Extreme concern with body size and image. Frequent checking in the mirror for perceived flaws in appearance. And extreme mood swings. Now, some of the physical common symptoms and warning signs of negative body image issues are noticeable fluctuations in weight, both up and down, stomach cramps, other non-specific gastrointestinal complaints such as constipation, acid reflux, menstrual irregularities, so missing periods or only having a period while on hormonal contraceptives. And this is not considered a true period. Difficulties concentrating, abnormal laboratory findings such as anemia, low thyroid and hormone levels, low potassium, low white and red blood cell counts, dizziness, especially upon standing, fainting, feeling cold all the time, sleep problems, cuts and calluses across the top of finger joints, dental problems such as enamel erosion, cavities, and tooth sensitivity, dry skin and hair and brittle nails, fine hair on body, cavities or discoloration of teeth, muscle weakness, yellow skin, cold, mottled hands, poor wound healing, or impaired immune functioning. So there's really a lot of different warning signs and signals that you guys can kind of, notice if you have somebody like that. And I just want to also share with you guys a hotline in case you do know somebody who's experiencing these symptoms or you are somebody who's experiencing these symptoms. So the hotline that you can contact is 1-800-931-2237. Again, 1-800-931-2237. I totally felt like an operator just now. So you guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode here at the GSMC Health and Wellness Podcast. I really hope you guys enjoyed what I had to discuss on today's episode. If you liked today's episode, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, all of that good stuff because that tremendously helps the show. And I'll catch you guys here for the next one.
You've been listening to the Golden State Media Concepts Health and Wellness Podcast, part of the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network. You can find this show and others like it at www.gsmcpodcast.com. Download our podcast on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, and Google Play. Just type in GSMC to find all the shows from the Golden State Media Concepts Podcast Network, from movies to music, from sports to entertainment, and even weird news. You can also follow us on Twitter and on Facebook. Thank you, and we hope you have enjoyed today's program.